Good morning. I just made the most perfect yet slightly janky setup for my phone so that it's literally in front of my face, but not blocking my computer. And look at it's perfect. That's my water. Anyways, good morning. I don't know, all of April I did not do a live. My brain was just not processing what to share with y'all. Whoa, that moved. We're gonna move you back. There we go. So it's May and we're back. And hopefully we'll have weeklies again this month. So forgive me for April for being kind of lame, but here we are. And hi. This morning I'm going to talk about change and why it's not usually a bad thing. If you have not watched the end of month live yet, I would encourage you to do that. Whether you stop this and go do that and then come back, or you watch me but then go watch that. I think it's important to hear from Heidi Orville and Dan about the future of the company and what's going on, because there are a lot, and I do stress a lot of changes happening. But I truly think that for all Scentsy consultants, but especially the fact that most are hobby level, this is your side gig, your fun thing, your community. I think these changes are going to be really good for your business. And I think they're going to be good for everybody, but it's easier when this is your job. Changes sometimes just don't affect you the same way. But these changes are a long time coming, I feel. And they just really wanted to get the wording right and really make it so that it was easy to grasp, easy to understand. And so I feel like we should talk. And I put our team email I sent out and a few days ago. When I said that, Friday or Saturday. Anyways, and I put the two that I'm really going to focus on into that, because I think those are going to be the ones that impact most of you guys in the biggest way, because nothing else is there's other changes and things, but these two I feel are so delightfully significant. And I do say delightfully because, again, change is not always a bad thing. I would say change is usually not a bad thing. Change relights fires. It re-excites people. It draws people back in. It gives people new reasons to do things. It ignites new ideas. And there's just so many reasons why change, while scary and sometimes uncomfortable, is really good for people. And sometimes we just need to toss it up in the air and see where it lands, right? We just need that kind of freshness in our life. And these changes, 10 out of 10. There's no stuff in Workstation yet, because that'll come as they officially do things. But the first one is that for a long time there was kind of this no cross promotion, no talking about other businesses in the same space you talk about your Scentsy business, no doing multiple streams of income vocally. And I'll tell you why that existed, because and this part of it will not change. But there is one of the things that's icky, gross, is that Bert's here this morning, is that people often will assume that you are, I'm trying to think of how to word it, like utilizing one customer group to start something else, which you still cannot do. I want to make that like really clear. If you have people that you met through Scentsy and you have like an email list going for them or a text list going for them or whatever, you have a contact list of people for Scentsy. You cannot take that contact list out of your workstation or wherever you keep it and then send an email, a text, or whatever to all those people and be like, surprise, I'm also doing this. Okay? And that's not a Scentsy rule. That's not even just a direct sales association rule, which it is. So that one won't leave. That's just keeping you from looking like a gross person. Okay. Anything that has a like client list, a contact list, is the same way. My real estate business, I cannot take my real estate contact list and blast them out about Scentsy. Okay. I can't take my hairdresser, can't take her hairdresser client list and blast them out about another business she's decided to do. Like that's like rules across client list type, contact list, client list type businesses. Okay. So that's not going away, but what is going away is the ability to promote things. Like if you're on Facebook, you don't need to, or Instagram or whatever, TikTok, you don't need to have multiple accounts for your multiple jobs. If you want to be a Disney travel agent and a real estate agent and craft your own stuff and sell Scentsy, do it. Post about it. Have a good time. If people come to you from those posts, you didn't seek them out. Does that make sense? You didn't blast out your business to an unsuspecting group of people. They're following you already from mutual interests of some sort. And so if they don't want part of that other thing, they'll just ignore it and they'll keep scrolling. But it gives them a chance to know that you're a multifaceted human being. And in this economy, which is a very gig economy, meaning that you're going to have multiple gigs, multiple things, multiple jobs, multiple income streams. We don't want to hold you back. Right. And you guys know me, I am a multiple stream type of person. So to like be able to share whatever I feel like sharing, whenever I feel like sharing it in my realm, sweet, right? Like I can share my graphic design stuff now. I can share my real estate stuff now. And they haven't policed it in probably a year or so. So like even if somebody turned you into compliance for it, you weren't getting an email. Like it didn't matter. But they're making it officially official. And so they were just trying to like legalize the wording so that it made sense. And so I'm very excited because of most people that come into a network marketing space have multiple things that they do. For most people, this is their side gig. And so to be able to promote whatever else you do, and come in here confidently and be able to also promote Scentsy, like that's a big deal, right? Or to promote Scentsy, but also promote your main gig, whatever. And without like any like thought process, like you don't have to think about it. You can just do it. So I think for most of you, that is going to be a huge improvement. Cause this isn't most people's main thing. And network marketing is rarely somebody's main thing, or only thing rather. Cause network marketers usually come in and we're like, we see the benefit of having multiple streams of income. And usually it starts out as one of our multiple streams. And then if we're like really into it, it becomes our main one, but we still have multiple streams. So, I think that change, amazing, fan-freaking-tastic. The second one that I think is going to be a big deal, it should come this summer. They were trying to figure out how to like make it happen financially with the way money moves in the background. but weekly pay. And you won't have to opt into this. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But again, when this is most people's side gig, like 90% of people, this is your side gig. It's your extra cash flow. And if you can be like, oh shit, I need $50 for my kid's permission slip this week, and you can go and sell money that week and get paid out that week. For many of you, that is going to make a huge ass difference. A huge ass difference to be able to get paid weekly. So, if you've sort of been like feeling like you needed some refreshing in your business, whatever, I think these two things are going to be really big, for many of you, most of you. Most of your future teamies, are going to be drawn in by these two things. And I just think it's going to make such a freaking huge impact. And you can just, I don't know, I'm so excited about it. And like, there's so much more stuff coming, that are updates to systems and updates to how we just run as a whole that are going to feel so fresh and so new and so neat. And I know there's just like a lot of things being talked about. And so, but these two things are big ones. They're big ones that we've asked for a really long time. And Scentsy's really sat in like, they never make rash decisions. So they've like really sat with it and really talked to a lot of people and really researched it. And I'm hoping that those of you who have kind of like been hesitant about getting back into your business or like how you promote your business, that this will make you feel more confident. Because again, change, not a bad thing. Like if we don't change and adapt, we die. And that's in anything in life. And so, in business, things are always changing and adapting. And, I personally have always really appreciated how thoughtfully Scentsy has changed and adapted. And it hasn't always been at like the speed our brain expects things, because we live in a instantaneous world with things like Amazon Prime where you get stuff immediately. It's like you blink and it shows up at your door. But the fact that it's thought out, processed well, and every change I've seen has been a benefit. And when it hasn't been quite right, they've always figured out how to adjust it or even remove it if it didn't work out. These ones I think are going to be fine. And I'm very, very excited about them, especially for those of you who are, in this, because this is your community and your hobby and your side gig. I think these are going to impact you so greatly. So this is my encouragement. And Bert is purring, so he agrees, to get back into your business if you're not delved in. If it's been a while, like, let's do a relaunch. I would love to help with that, and get you going again, because I think there's so much new stuff that's going on that it's a great time to connect back in. And I think we're about to hit like a really good boom. You probably can't hear him because of the way sound gets edited out, but he's purring really loud. So Bert says you should climb back on board. And I hope you guys are excited about these changes. And the one other thing I'm going to mention change-wise that's really, really cool, if you have not noticed, at the top of your workstation, this is current consultants, the top of your workstation on your main dashboard page, I'm like trying to click over Bert here so I can tell you exactly what it says. It says scan and connect. And it's like tucked away. So you have to click the arrow so the arrow drops down. And when you do that, it is a QR code. And there's also just like a link you can share, but goes to a page for them to fill out to join your contact list, and it'll automatically add them to your contacts in your workstation. So that is something to utilize if you're like talking to somebody and you're like, oh, let me get your contact information so I can send you things. Keep that link, keep that QR code somewhere, put it in your favorites in your phone or something like that. So that they can scan that and fill it out and join, your contact list. And, that's the first new change to, the workstation stuff that's coming right now. So, but it's a cool way, to get new people to connect with you. I wish you could see Bert's fur right now. He's down here, but I've like brushed it forward. So now he's got this like Highland cow thing going on. You look ridiculous, sir. Anyways, that's it. Change is not bad. If you have questions about anything as they get announced, please message and ask me. But I just want to come on here and say that I'm excited. I'm excited. I feel some new energy again. You guys know I love when things change because I get like jazzed up. And this is no different because these are things we've been like asking about for like several years. So, finally coming to fruition. And I am also just excited because I know anybody who decides to jump on board with these changes is going to benefit from them. So, I think that's it. It's Monday. Happy Monday. May the 5th. Bert's really egging it up over here. May the 5th and Monday, and there's Star Wars out, and the Destination Collection exclusive comes out for consultants today. And the Whiff box is destination themed, and obviously the catalog is good and you should go sell that. And then next week, he's making mini biscuits on my wrist. Next week is our team power hour, which will be about focusing on the catalog, presented by Christina Stainbrook. And I hope you guys will join that. So mark your calendars for next Monday at 9 p.m. for that hangout. And otherwise, I feel like I've been talking too long. So I love you and have a great day. And your butt looks great in those pants. Mwah! You're with me on this journey because I couldn't hit the button.